Do you want to become more confident, stop overthinking and doubting everything? How would you like it if I told you that you are just one single small step outside of your comfort zone from achieving that? Outside my comfort zone? That doesn't sound like an easy task. Well, it could be, and I will show you in this video as I do it with you. Before we dive into this video, I just want you to understand some basics. Why we doubt ourselves and how we build confidence. You see, confidence is all about our belief in own abilities. When we feel confident, it's because we know we are capable of achieving the task at hand. It's something you might have tried before or achieved similar tasks. On the opposite, lacking confidence often arises when we encounter things that lays way beyond our comfort zone. It's something like standing on this stage, about to give a speech to 1,000 people. That is for the majority of people way beyond their comfort zones. When we're not confident, what happens? Well, imagine if you were about to go up on that stage. What will go through your mind? Probably a lot of doubt and over-analyzing. Our mind will start to race and question our abilities. It's a totally normal response to facing the uncertainty, because it will be a total disaster if we were to embarrass ourselves in front of so many people. Wouldn't it? Now imagine if you have tried to talk in front of 100 people or your classmates and feel very confident doing that. What will go through your mind if you were about to enter that stage? Probably something more like, I have tried to talk in front of 100 people. This shouldn't be that different. I can do this. Suddenly, the task won't seem impossible. You will realize that you have done something similar that you can rely on. You're going to shift from doubting yourself to believe in your own capabilities, which equals to being more confident. I hope you understand what I am trying to picture here. Some things are so far out of your comfort zone that they feel impossible to accomplish. But other things that you might not have done before can seem possible based on your past experience. So if you want to build more confidence and stop doubting yourself so much, we need to find those things that are new to us but still so close to our comfort zone that we feel confident doing them. It's still possible that doubt can creep in, especially when we are trying these new things out for the first time. It's totally normal because it is unfamiliar territory after all. But here is the important thing to remember. Failures and setbacks are not permanent. They're actually stepping stones for personal growth and success. It's only when you choose to give up that you fail at something. If you try again and again, eventually you will get there. That's the beauty of it. The more times we do something, the more familiar it becomes and the more confidence we will build up. And why is that? It's because it starts to become the new normal, a part of our comfort zone. And how do we feel about things inside our comfort zone? That's right, confident. Yes, I know this all sounds great in theory, and I can comfortably sit here and talk about it, but that isn't fair. So I'm going to do it with you. I challenge myself to step out my comfort zone to show you exactly how it's done. I'm heading out now and I have set 2 objectives for today. And I am on my way to complete them. Hopefully, because they are sure intimidating for someone like me. I know accomplishing these things today will get me so closer to overcoming my fears and building more confidence. The first step I took before I ventured out into the unknown was to figure out what made me uncomfortable. By noticing when was times where I hesitated. I realized that hesitation often arises when I felt uncertain. Times where I heard my inner voice loudly say, "This is too risky," or "What happens if things go wrong?" I hope this makes perfect sense to you, that to be able to be more confident, we need to figure out when are times we don't feel that way. By recognizing it, it helps us to understand that hesitation is a natural response to the unknown. But it doesn't mean that it needs to control our actions. When I woke up this morning, I started to feel butterflies in my stomach, and I was very tempted to hit that snooze button and cancel everything. But then a thought occurred to me. This isn't that difficult from what I'm used to do. And if I fail, it isn't that big of a deal because I'm actually the only one that knows about this challenge. Then I'm the only one that can laugh at myself. Plus, it's the first time I'm trying something like this. So I will probably not be the greatest at it, but it's really important for me to get outside my comfort zone and get much better at this, because it sure is something I want to improve on. And I know that afterwards I'm going to feel so proud of myself for doing this. One common cause for hesitation is the fear of being rejected or failing. Many of us is afraid to make mistakes, being judged, or experience disappointment. This fear can lead to doubt and shying away from taking risks. By recognizing our underlying fears, we can start to challenge the validation of them and reframe failures as an opportunity to learn and grow, just like I did on my way to face my fears. That's a way of overcoming this paralyzing effect of self-doubt. A thing that helps me tremendously is to lower my expectations, reassuring myself that I probably won't handle it like a master, but at least I did it, and the more times I do it, the closer I will come to becoming a master at it.
You might be wondering where I'm heading. I'm heading to the flea market. Now, what am I going to do there? That's a good question. Let's look at our objectives. The first one is to strike a conversation with 3 or more people.
You will in a moment see just that, but before I just want to talk to you about something really important. Talking to 3 or more strangers might seem like a big joke to you, but for me it's a totally different story. I'm a very shy person, extremely comfortable in the relationships I already have, so you will rarely see me talk to any other people than them. Even though I love the people I'm surrounded by, there's always room for new and interesting people that might inspire me to see things from a different perspective or just sharing different memories with. Without people to share things with, life becomes meaningless. We need this connection to be able to thrive, and I want to thrive. Though 3 people might, for the extroverts seeing this, be a laughable number, but that isn't the important part of this objective. Since I never have done anything like this in my 20 years of living on this planet, going up and speaking publicly will be way out of my comfort zone, where I would never find the time and confidence to do that. So before I show you how I did it, I just quickly wanted to tell you a little bit about the flow state. The flow state is a psychological state of optimal performance where you are going to be fully engaged and focused. The state occurs when there is balance between the objective not being too easy, not requiring real effort or skill, because that can lead to boredom and a lack of motivation. On the other hand, when the activity is too difficult, extending out of your current abilities, that can result in frustration and being too overwhelmed. Being able to access this flow state is extremely important. It's here we are going to do our most important work by getting outside your comfort zone in a balanced and sustainable way, where it isn't too easy and not too difficult. So have I found an objective balancing these two? Let's see.
The thing is, it might not always work out the way you want it to. As you might have guessed, I didn't accomplish any of my challenges that day, but at least I showed up, and that is at least as important, because now I am attending again with a bit more confidence and experience. The reason why I'm showing you this failure is to showcase that building confidence is about trial and error. You won't get it in the first time, but each time we try, we increase our chance of succeeding next time. I always remind myself that progress is far more important than perfection. So never give up if it doesn't go the way you want it to, because it isn't a failure until you have given up. And I sure haven't given up yet. It's a new weekend and I am feeling so much more confident this time. And the weather is good, so I hope it holds up, but if not, then it's okay. I have figured out a way I can flip it to my advantage. And now that I have had the last week to reflect on my experience last time, I am feeling so much more optimistic. So let's get to the flea market and try again.
You know why this is? It's because I have used the power of visualizing my success. That sure sounds a bit silly to say out loud, because I actually haven't really believed in this tool. To me, it sounded like living in a fantasy world, and my judgy pessimist side took over before I gave it a real chance. But it actually helped me to calm my nerves. By envisioning the positive outcome, we prime our brains to look for opportunities of positivity, making it much more likely that you will see the positive opportunities in the situation. Because when visualizing your success, we create a mental blueprint that guides our actions and increase our confidence confidence. It will make you far more confident when this situation occurs, because you have already tried it 10 times in your brain. So what is so different this time?
Okay guys, I just arrived, so now it's time for the big moment. I'm kind of nervous to go in, but we have primed ourselves for this, so we are going to take it home now. So let's head in. Hej.
Hey, Isa?
Den er rigtig god faktisk. Jeg er lidt lille, så den er lidt for stor til mig.
With each interaction, my confidence grew.
Okay guys, I just did it. I just went a little bit outside the flea market and I hope you guys can hear me. But I did it and it wasn't really that bad again, but my voice was a bit shaky at first, but once I got going it was totally fine. But it isn't over yet. And as you know, I have 2 objectives today and I'm going to attempt on the second one now. I don't know how that is going to go, but let's see. So you guys remember me being a bit happy and confident before? Well, that's gone now and I feel the nerves coming up again and I am shaking a bit, I don't know if you can tell. But I'm gonna use the momentum we just gained and then a little trick which hopefully will help me overcome this fear. So let's go.
With a newfound burst of confidence, I approach a person, confidently asking the price.
Jeg hører jer først. Skal jeg få den her? 60 kroner. 60 kroner. Ja. Det er jo, jeg lige prøver den.
Ja, selvfølgelig.
Jeg tror, jeg snupper den med. Ja, kan du sige 50 kroner?
Kan vi sige 55?
Well, if that wasn't a great day, I don't know what is. I came home with some new clothes and I overcame my fears. What a day. And you can have that too. If you want to know how I exactly overcame my fears and what that whole counting down thing was about, it's a super simple tool, yet very powerful. And I have gathered all the important information in this video. So if you're serious about changing your life, then click onto the video and I will see you in there. Because I'm going home with my new clothes and with regained confidence. So I will see you in this video. Bye.